So the ultimate mission of Sure Impact, and also the ultimate mission of each and every one of you, should become more impact-centric. Culture and mission are not the same. Let me say that again. We're going to talk a lot about how culture and mission are not the same. So mission is the work your organization does. So you may be working with families to increase housing stability. You may be working with individuals to improve their well-being and mental health. You may be working with communities and families to increase economic development and prosperity. You may be working with children to increase their education or their well-being, right? So each one of you on this call has very different missions that you're trying to do. But the culture is the way in which your organization works. It's the way in which your organization goes about to serve that. And what Sure Impact is all about is helping mission-driven organizations become impact-centric. And what that means is that you are focused on the outcomes that you're trying to achieve for your families and the communities you serve, that you are truly implementing interventions and strategies that increase well-being, increase affordable housing, increase educational outcomes, increase health outcomes, right? That's what you're laser focused on. You're not laser focused on your outputs, because and people who have followed me for years know that outputs do not equal outcomes. The first program I've ever evaluated, we were working with young people, trying to get them to not return back to the juvenile justice system. And what we found is we had a really great program that was very, very good at causing people to go back into the juvenile justice system, which was not the outcome that we desired. And it wasn't that the people that worked in that program were not effective or weren't great people or weren't there for the right reasons or didn't love those children and want to make them better. It was because we were outputs focused and not outcomes focused. And once we became impact centric and focused on the outcomes, that trajectory completely changed. And so you've heard this expression before, that culture eats strategy for breakfast. And it is so true, because if you have a strategy to increase the well-being of young people, if that's your mission, and you have all these best laid plans in order to achieve that, but you don't have an impact-centric culture, you don't have a culture where that data, where that information, where those feedback loops and continuous improvement are coming to you, you will never know if you're on track or off track. And that's one of the things that we see through all the research that we do and working with hundreds of nonprofits and government entities across the country, is that their strategy and their mission are not aligned. Because, and I would ask you, take a real critical look at your strategy and see, is it about fundraising goals? Is it about communication metrics? Is it about number of people reached? Do you have, as part of your strategy, the data you're going to collect, the mission metrics that you're going to track? And then are you using data to make sure you're on track or off track? That's what an impact-centric organization is.